For the third consecutive season, the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour is back in Reno at the National Bowling Stadium. We get set to roll on with match number 2, but first, here in the 50th season of the PBA, we continue our countdown to the 50 greatest bowlers in history. Not many left, folks. This week, number 3, courtesy of Bo Burton.
At number 3 is a man considered by many to be the greatest ambassador the sport of bowling has ever known, the legendary Dick Weber. The right-hander from St. Louis started his career as a charter member of the PBA and proceeded to win 3 of the tour's first 4 events. His early success was punctuated by a career-high 5 titles in 1961, and he also collected no less than 4 BPAA All-Star victories. The PBA did not create a Player of the Year award until 1963, so Weber only earned the honor once, and that was in 1965. However, he led the tour in earnings no less than 4 times and remains the only player to have won 3 consecutive tournaments twice in his career. His final tally included 30 PBA titles and another 6 on the PBA's senior circuit. Noted for his longevity, Weber is the only player to have won PBA titles in 6 different decades. Weber, who passed away in 2005, will forever be remembered not just for his bowling accomplishments, but for the way he treated his fellow competitors and bowling fans everywhere, with the grace and class of a true champion.
Yeah, Bo Burton couldn't have said it any better. Dick was the greatest ambassador the sport has ever known. You know, Rob, he always had a smile on his face. He always had time for the fans. He was just a true gentleman. On the lanes, ferocious. Off the lanes, pure class.
And his son, Pete Weber, checked in at number 4. We have yet to see Pete on television this season. Hope that changes soon. And history could be in the making in a couple of weeks in Vegas as Norm Duke goes after an unprecedented 4th consecutive major title as the tour returns to the Red Rock Resort and Bowling Center in Vegas. Special start time of 12:30 Eastern on ESPN. That show coming your way January 25th. Take a look at the updated stepladder bracket. Your 4th seed, Patrick Allen, moves on with that 218-200 win over Bill O'Neill, so he will take on reigning Player of the Year, Chris Barnes from Double Oak, Texas. It'll be Patrick Allen starting first on the left, which is the shark pattern.
Maybe.
That's how you start.
So, Rob, Chris Barnes had the choice of starting lane, and he chooses to have Patrick Allen start. Is it strategy, thinking that, well, Patrick didn't have as good a look on the right lane, or does Chris Barnes actually have a better look on shark? Almost identical in averages. Patrick Allen, 279 high game. Chris Barnes, 290.
Barnes comes out to match Allen's strike. This is his 3rd top 10 finish of the season. Started off kind of deceptively strong this year by making the PBA World Championship, finished 2nd, but he said it was smoke and mirrors. We asked him yesterday to describe the first half of the season, and all he needed was one word: awful. As his wife Linda looks on, he said, yeah, I was fortunate to make that first show. Smoke and mirrors. I survived matches that I should have lost. He knew he wasn't throwing it well, and that's in week 1. A couple weeks ago in Buffalo, he made some pretty serious adjustments.
Well, he worked with Mark Baker, who's a former PBA champion, and Mark's has really developed into a world-class coach. So he works with Mark in Buffalo, and then here at the Bowling Stadium, he's been working with Mike Jasnow on video, and they worked on his push away and getting the ball into the swing a little bit more consistently. Chris said he's found something that he likes, and he was able to repeat better this week.
His tempo was off a little bit as well with the footwork. There's Patrick Allen. Toss goes 2 for 2 to start match number 2.
You know, and there's no traffic on PA side of the lane, and once he gets kind of locked in, now it's just a matter of mentally making sure that you're focused on the right shots you're making on each lane. And Patrick Allen's very good at getting and staying focused.
So PA goes back to the left in the shark pattern. 4 of his 7 strikes in match number 1 were on the left lane, the shark pattern. Very deliberate bowler.
Time.
3 for 3.
Patrick Allen said that the key for him this week was trying to attack both lanes with similar angles. And, you know, you can do that when there's not a lot of traffic, and you can see the direction that he's playing on both lanes. It's kind of similar, even though 2 completely different areas on the lane. The other thing that Patrick Allen has going for him
touching the head pin. It'd probably be easier strike there.
Is momentum. It's hard for these guys coming in while they're waiting, they're watching a match, and then they get, you know, a couple of practice balls, and it's like getting thrown in the lion's cage.
To figure out 2 lanes.
Right. Exactly.
2 oil patterns. I mean, we've gone week in and week out where these guys are like, man, what happened in this lane? What's going on over here? Now it's, all right, let's change the oil on it too and really put your noggin to work.
Yeah, generally speaking, they get locked in fairly easily on one lane, and it's, you know, it's just the other lane that gives them a little bit of trouble. And today it could possibly be both lanes.
Kicked out. It looked wobbly. It was a little punch drunk, and somebody came in to finish it off.
What in the world just hit the 10 pin? Because whatever it was really fast. Now again, Barnes trying to use that same theory of trying to use similar angles, and look how fast the messenger comes over to just hatchet the 10 out of there.
I don't know what one that was. That wasn't the head pin. Who knows? Well, when we return, the conclusion of Barnes Allen, the winner to face the biggest and baddest in the PBA this year, Wes Malott.